Hello, everybody. My name is Sylvain Rochon. I am the Paradise Engineer. I wanted to give you another episode of this series where today I want to talk about international or intergalactic communications. Namely, how do we understand each other across multiple cultures that are from different planets? Well, there's multiple examples from movies and TV shows where we explore this. And notably, there's two extremes. One is Star Trek, where there's a plot device that's used, which is called the universal translator. So it's basically an AI translator that's on their little badge that the Federation wears on their lapel. And when they tap on it, whatever comes out of that device is fed back into their ears in the language that they prefer. And when somebody else is like an alien is talking, the translation occurs through that device as well. So it's bilateral and it's instantaneous for plot reasons, essentially. However, if we look at how we're advancing with our own translation using AI, we're getting to be doing that. Instead of something we wearing on a lapel, it's on our smartphones, but we've had some translation devices that have been implemented with AI inside our ears, so you can pick up sounds like the microphone, but also it feeds back into your ears, so you can have a quasi-simultaneous translation. The other example from science fiction on the other side of things is an example from the movie The Arrival, for example, and there's also Enemy Mine, which is a much older movie, where humans and aliens encounter each other, and there's a massive gap in communication. They can't talk with each other, even though presumably both civilizations are significantly advanced and have technologies that would allow it. Especially in the movie The Arrival, the septopods arrive, and they're trying to relay a very important message, and they're doing hand gestures and ink blots and trying to get the humans to figure it out. Where arguably, given the plot line, they would know the human language for eternity almost, and they would have been able to craft an AI or some kind of way to translate into human very effectively, and also provide a lexicon and like a way for us to translate into their language using AI. But of course, it would defeat the purpose of the movie, because the movie was all about trying to understand each other and the specific time travel type of plot. So given the fact that we have a lot of alien civilizations that are observing us, that have been for a long, long time, they have a massive amount of information about all of our languages. And that's what you need to make a universal translator or any kind of translation system, including what we're using when we're using Google Translate or anything. These AI that we've made are based on the body of knowledge that we've accumulated. Extraterrestrial civilization are able to pick on all that information up, make translations really easily. They can also probably do it biologically, so that, like, speed learning a language, for example, so that they don't need a device at all. And we'll get there as well in probably 50 odd years, no more than that. So communication between cultures of different planets won't be difficult in relaying words and concepts at a fundamental level. The difficulty will be more around differences in behaviors and cultures and traditions and gestures and things like that, that will be a little bit more nuanced, just like we have nuanced communications and differences between different languages here on Earth. But nominally, we'll be able to talk with each other, no problem. So for those of you who were wondering, how are we going to communicate with them, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. They'll bring the goods. They'll be able to talk our language, no problem. And once we have access to their databases, we'll be able to train our AI to understand them, because we'll have a gazillion terabytes of information from their language and structure and all that stuff to feed into our own AI, and we'll be able to do the same the other way around. So communication, no problem. And that's good. If you have any comments on this, just comment on the video, and I'll make sure to respond. Cheers.